Pretty good, honestly. It's been up and down with like this last loss, and then we had a couple good wins like Texas Tech and a couple of other wins that just made our team better and stuff like that. But overall, the season's been all right. It could have been better. Texas. I just think about what happened last year and how bad they beat us, and that's what our coaches told us all the time. Is like they told us how like the score was last year and how much they beat us by, and like how embarrassing that loss was at home last year. And he wants us to put that on our backs. So when we go play Texas, that's all we think about.
Is that all you can think about? That how many points they scored, John?
Yeah, because it was embarrassing at home. So we have obviously a grudge to hold when we play Texas this week.
Felix, how much more attention are you getting now since the 4/6 sack game?
A lot more attention, but I don't put it into my head too much because at the end of the day, I'm still making plays. I'm still learning as a defensive end, and I don't want like all that attention to be on me like that. So like at the end of the day, I even my coach he talks about like be hungry and humble and stuff like that, and I follow through that almost every day.
How long does it take you as a college player to adjust to a road trip and playing in an away stadium versus your home environment?
Ever since I was in high school, I always loved playing away because it just fuels you more because opposing fans are not rooting for you. So it kind of fuels me more to try to be better and do my job better. So yeah.
Every time you get a sack, it seems like you also strip the ball. Is that just come out of coaching?
It's coming off coaching. Just something I've been doing in high school. It's like every time you're making a tackle, you always got to try to tackle the ball instead of the player. So that's what I always do. Every time I make a sack, is try to tackle the ball, which it worked for a lot of times so far in the season.
You ever dribbled it for the quarterback like you did last Saturday?
Oh, oh, you mean talking about Bronson?
Yeah, or no, when you forced the fumble to bounce right back into the quarterback's arms.
Oh yeah, that was Bronson Massey. Yeah, no, that was unlucky. I even told Bronson I was like, you should have just tackled him right after you fumbled it. He was just like, oh my gosh. I was like, yeah, it's just an unlucky bounce. So
When you think of your body of work during this regular season, what do you think about the most?
my body.
Your body of work, everything you've been able to accomplish so far.
Oh, just basically everything I learned in fall camp. Just everything I learned in fall camp, I just use it day by day every time I play, and my technique wise. So that's basically what I harp on the most every time. Every time I go to work, every practice I do, and every game I play.
How eager are the tech guys from Texas to play this game?
You said what? Say it again.
How eager are the guys on your team from Texas to play this game?
It's pretty big. It's just like the Baylor one. We had a lot of people that obviously we didn't pull out with the win, but we had a lot of people that had grudges over Baylor because of the recruiting and stuff like that. And there's people in Texas that just don't like Texas because they think they're better than everybody, and like they're recruiting, they don't really recruit guys that are really in Texas. Well, like local guys in Texas and stuff like that. So it's pretty big for the guys that are back in Texas.
Have you met your own expectations this season, exceeded your expectations? Where is that at?
I I haven't met my expectation yet. There's still a lot of stuff I wish I could have done better. There's still like if I look back in film, there's a lot of plays I could have made more plays I could have made. There's more sacks a lot of sacks I missed that I could have had. Like even like the last game, I think I missed like 3 sacks that I could have had, which it's just frustrating. But I feel like I could have done better this season, personally.
In what ways does Coach Wyatt challenge you on a weekly basis?
He challenged me basically because like even in the double team, he challenges me to figure out like learn ways to help still become a better player and still defeat all those double teams and just do good day by day and still have a good grade every game. So yeah.
Feel as a competitor, is it frustrating you're not going to get a chance to go against John Robinson, the running back who's out for the season?
It's a little frustrating because I know how good he is, and I kind of want a competition. I want to see because I haven't really went against him last year. I didn't really play, so this was going to be my first year probably playing against him. But it's a little frustrating. But at the end of the day, you just gotta play. It just happens. Like injuries happens and stuff like that. Just gotta move on.
What's been the biggest difference preparing for a Friday game as opposed to a Saturday game?
We had practice on Sunday. That's biggest difference because usually we go home, rest our bodies, and like have the whole day off and stuff like that. But yesterday we came in recovery at like 11 o'clock, and then after that we had practice. Like we had lifting and practice, which was different on Sundays. It was just something to get used to. So it was a little different, but it was not that bad.